Controversial trans athlete, 46, biological man. Hold on this screen for a second with me. Okay, that is the man in the middle. It's a biological male, trans woman. Look at the two women on either side. Do you see a size differentiation there at all? Do you see what's going on there? Those are the two women. And look at the guy in the middle. Stop the madness. Okay, let's read the article together. Tiffany Thomas, 46, so that person in the middle, 46 years old, who was born male, ended the Randall's Island cycling race atop the podium, blowing the competition out of the water to snatch first place. Despite only taking up cycling in 2018, Tiffany quickly found success and has dominated competitions in the years since. I can't imagine why. She recently landed a place atop cycling team LA Sweat, where her oldest teammate is just 32. Listen more. Her frequent victories have caught the ire of some critics and fellow athletes who question whether Thomas holds an unfair advantage in women's sport. You don't say that that person in the middle, enormous comparatively in size and stature, a biological male, would hold an advantage over the two women on either side? You don't say. Yeah, that's called biology. Look at this. Look at the type of craziness going on. Look at the type of craziness that's going on. Okay. Tiffany's teammates, this is important. Listen to this part. Tiffany's teammates are all between the ages of 24 and 32. And this is how the article writes it. Daily Mail, I gotta love you. Oh, I love you even though you censored me when I said that the experimental injection was not for everyone. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Amazing that Tiffany can keep up with them. Tiffany, who's 46, can somehow keep up with and blow all of these young girls ages 24 to 32 out of the water. And Tiffany only started 6 years ago. I mean, this really is just a puzzler of divine order, is it not? Why do I need to be the one to say that's because it's a grown man competing against women and it's unfair? There's an unfair advantage that, you know why we can't talk about this? Because then we'd have to say men and women are different. Then we'd have to admit that men are physically stronger. Then we'd have to admit that men and women bring different things to the table and are supposed to be complementing each other. And we'd also have to admit that this is all sick, what's going on. This is sick. What is going to happen to these women's sports? Well, I'll tell you. It says here in the article, the recent rise in transgender athletics also led former champion rider Hannah Arensman to recently quit the sport after she missed out on a podium place to trans cyclists. So this other woman had been working her whole life as a cyclist. Can you imagine the despair? She quit. She says this, at my last race at the recent UCI Cyclocross National Championships in the elite women's category, I came in fourth, flanked on either side by male riders, awarded third and fifth, she said in her retirement announcement. And she decided to end her cycling career. Do you believe this? In the second article, it goes into an explanation of that. That was what you just pulled up, guys. It said, I've decided to end my cycling career. My sister and family sobbed as they watched a man finish in front of me, having witnessed several physical interactions with him throughout the race. Additionally, it's difficult for me to think about the very real possibility I was overlooked for an international selection on the U.S. team because of a male competitor. She said it has become increasingly discouraging to train as hard as I do, only to have to lose to a man with the unfair advantage of an androgenized body that intrinsically gives him an obvious advantage over me no matter how hard I train. Do you understand what's happening here? Where are all the feminists? Dead silence from the woke feminists. They don't care about women. Feminists don't care about women. If they cared about women, they would be speaking up on behalf of all of these women in sports who work their whole lives, sacrifice day in and day out, training day in and day out to succeed in these sports, and are now being beaten, blown out of the water by biological men who don't belong there. Where are the feminists on that? Agenda-driven liars. Oh, we love women. We promote women. You don't care about women. You don't care about women at all. So this is disgusting what's going on. Somebody's got to stand up for these women. And, you know, I would love to see what's going to happen in women's sports. Fast forward 5 years, fast forward 10 years. What's going to happen? Is there going to be no women's sports? Who's going to want to do it? Who is going to want to, as a female, go through high school, go through college, make all of those sacrifices, train, only to get into a competition, finally work your way there, and you got to compete with grown men? What would be your incentive to do that? If you like the short clip and want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want to connect with me one-on-one on Connect, you're going to click right here. Let's get to talking.